QHHT stands for Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique. It was developed by a woman named Dolores Cannon over a 40-year period of time, and the purpose of it is to help people relax and be able to tap into a higher wisdom within them in order to heal problems with relationships, finances, health, traumas from the past. It's just basically tapping into their own knowledge to help them figure out how to move forward. And then the actual process itself starts with it's sort of like a guided meditation, but it's a process to just help you relax and unwind. And we're trying to achieve the state of consciousness that we are all in twice a day, every day already. And that's right before you wake up in the morning and right before you go to sleep at night. So you're awake enough that you can have a conversation. You might not remember all of it, but you're nearing sleep so that you can still see. If you close your eyes, you can see images. It's almost like dreaming. Like, I don't know if you've ever, you're just about to fall asleep at night and someone comes in the room and asks you a question, and you can answer the question. You remember it, but you might need to be prompted to remember that it happened or what you said. It's kind of like that. So then once you get into that state, we ask your higher self to visit the most appropriate time and place where there's something for you to learn. So then your higher self or your subconscious takes you to, shows you a time in your life where there's something important for you to learn. And some people it's in this life, some people it's in other lives, or in other experiences that are appropriate for that person. So we visit 3 of those time and places. And what's fascinating is the higher self always chooses something that you could never plan, you could never predict, but it ends up being perfect for the person that's going through it. And it's presented in a way that is relatable, digestible for the client. Once we visit those 3 places, then we ask for permission to speak to your subconscious or the higher self and ask, well, why did you show us those 3 places? What was important about that? And what does that have to do with the client's life now? And then we can go through the list of questions to try to understand, why are we experiencing this thing now? Or why did this thing happen to me when I was younger? Or why am I struggling with finances? Or what should I do about my job? What should I do about this relationship? Why has this been difficult? And so the health issues are really interesting. So our bodies are always communicating to us. They're trying to tell us things. And it's kind of like, our soul or our spirit trying to give us messages. But we've never been taught how to interpret that or how to listen to that. And so most of us, we just ignore it. And so what starts as a whisper, maybe you have your back's a little tight, it's trying to tell you something. But because we don't know how to listen to it, we just kind of ignore it and fight through it and go on with our lives. Well, pretty soon the whispers become a shout or a scream, and what started as a little bit of pain becomes a lot of pain, or it can develop into disease. And disease is an interesting word, right? It's dis-ease. Something in your body is not at ease, and it's trying to communicate that to you. But we're so busy, we're so focused on our lives that we don't take the time, or we don't even know how to understand that. Well, when we're in this state of mind, and with a little bit of help, when just being guided to, that state of consciousness, the state of awareness right before you fall asleep, now we can get to why is the client experiencing this pain? When's the first time they experienced it? When's the first time this soul experienced that? And is there something the client's trying to learn? Sometimes we have experiences in our lives because we need to learn some lesson. There's something that it's teaching us. Maybe we learn about patience, or maybe we learn about empathy and be able to empathize with other people that are going through something difficult. There's always a reason, and it's different for everyone, but this process allows you to understand the root cause, what's really causing this. And have we learned the lesson, has the client learned the lesson that they need to learn? If not, what more is there to learn? And then once we've discovered everything there is to learn and the reason and the cause for that issue, that pain or whatever's going on in the body, then we can ask for help healing it. And that it's really, it's a beautiful process. And it's, I feel like I'm sitting in the presence of, God, spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it. It's really amazing. It resonates with me because whatever we've created in our lives, whatever we're experiencing, we created that through, years and years and years of our thought patterns, of our feelings, of our beliefs. All of those have led up to what it is that we're experiencing now.
Does that include food and the environment, people you're around?
Yeah, it could be food, environment, people you're around, the thought patterns that you have. It took a long time to put you in the situation where you are now. And so, it's not like you took a pill to create what you have. This is a whole life that has brought that. And so unwinding it, may not be a pill to solve it, but you might need to understand what happened and what's caused you to get to that point. And then once you understand that, then you can really start the process of healing. What is my life purpose is a question that a lot of people ask. And yeah, once we tap into that higher knowledge, you can ask anything, because the knowledge that's inside of us can answer anything, any question we have. And the thing that's so neat about it is it's you solving your own problems. It's not having someone else tell you what to do or some other thing that you should try, but it's really you and your inner wisdom working through and understanding what's going on with you and how can you move forward.
How does that work?
It starts with, the first part of a session is it's basically a conversation where you're going to sit down with the practitioner and just have a conversation. People come with a list of questions about what they want to know or what they want to heal. And then they have a conversation where they talk about those questions and talk about their life. What's going on? What have they experienced? What was their childhood like? And then the best way to prepare is to write down a list of questions. Just carve out some time by yourself and sit down and write down what are the things that you would like to better understand, have answers for. It usually revolves around health, finances, relationships, work, life purpose. They tend to be in those kind of areas. Just write them down. Even if you think it's stupid, even if you think there might not be an answer, just write it all down. If you meditate, meditate before you come, meditate that morning. Just do your normal exercise routine and meditate. That can help. And I think it's important to set an intention. Set an intention of what you'd like to get out of the session, and be open. Just be this, even if it's the slightest bit, be open to the possibility that all your questions can be answered and all your physical ailments can be healed. Just even if it's cracking the door open. You just need a little bit of hope, a little bit of belief to allow the possibility of the healing to come through. The session will last about 4 hours. That's what we plan for. Sometimes it goes a little longer, sometimes it's a little less. It's roughly an hour, give or take, to just have the conversation. We're going to talk about your questions, get to know each other. I'm going to ask about your life. I want to get to know you. The reason is that I'm basically advocating, or I'm asking questions on your behalf. So when you're when we do the session that a name comes up or an incident comes up, I want to make sure I understand that so that I'm asking the right questions about it. So that's roughly an hour, and then the hypnosis part is that won't go longer than 2. But we're gonna have a bathroom break in there. We're gonna have a little bit of talk before, a little bit of talk after. So we just block out 4 hours at a time. Clients usually feel really relaxed. Like a lot of times they'll say, "This is the most relaxed I ever remember being any time in my life." You might feel a little kind of out of it, like a little spacey. But for the most part, people feel really good and they feel really relaxed. And then afterwards, it's important to just go get something to eat. Listen to it.
Why is that
Listen
important?
to the recording. It's super important because the stuff that comes through in these sessions is so beautiful and so poignant and so perfect for each person. It's always tailored exactly for that person. And we all have a tendency when at the end of the session you kind of wake up and you might doubt it, or you might discount what happened. But going back and listening to it, and then I really recommend transcribing it. I mean, sitting down with headphones on, listening, and typing up what your higher self had to say to you, it's really powerful. Some of it's about the energetic state, and some of it's about just reinforcing a frame of mind and thought patterns. It's our thought patterns and our emotions and our beliefs of our life up to this point is what created where we are now. So if we're trying to create something different, we need different thought patterns, maybe different beliefs, different emotions to create different results. So listening to the recording is a reminder of what those new thought patterns, the new belief, the new emotional state is for you. Definitely, because it's our ego, it's our conscious mind or our ego that's like, oh yeah, I got it. Oh yeah, I don't need that. And that's what got us in this mess in the first place. So yeah, listen. What the higher self had to say is so beautiful. Listen to it every day. I mean, I don't think that's too much. Type it up. Read it every morning. I don't think that's too much.
Okay.
I think anybody that is feeling stuck in some area of their life and they've tried other stuff and things don't seem to change or don't seem to get better. It could be physical issues that you've been to a bunch of different doctors and you don't have a solution for it. You don't understand it. Or there's the solution for you is just to be on some drug for the rest of your life that doesn't cure anything but is supposed to treat the symptoms. Or maybe you just feel stuck at work. You feel stuck with your relationships. You feel stuck with money. You're not sure what your life purpose is. There's something, but you're feeling a little...
Haven't uncovered it yet.
Yeah. I got into this because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with some health issues in my family. Autoimmune disease, Lyme disease, trying to understand, work, finances, relationships, trying to understand all those things. I think on my own quest of feeling stuck or feeling frustrated, and I just started reading and learning, and but the main driver was trying to figure out physical issues in my family. I think the thing that I like the most about this practice is that it's you providing advice to you. It's your own inner wisdom and your own guidance. And for some reason, this process is able to tailor the message in a way that's perfect for the individual, in a way that they relate to it and they can receive it. I think sometimes when someone else is giving you advice, we can kind of have a tendency to say, oh, well, that might work for you. That doesn't work for me. There's not a lot of arguing with this. I mean, this isn't...
You can't really argue yourself.
Right.
out of it.
Yeah. I mean, we will, and we do, but
It's harder
yeah.
to ignore your own wisdom.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think this is all a process of we're all learning how to reclaim our own power.
Let's say more about that.
Well, we all have a tendency to give power to other people, where we give away our power to our parents to tell us what we should do or be or think, or to our bosses, or to the companies we work for, or to our boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Well, what do you think? Or just society at large. We're constantly looking for someone else to tell us. Our doctor, oh, what do you think? Am I going to be okay? We're always looking to other people. And I think the answers are within us. I mean, we can create anything we want in our life. We can heal anything and create anything. We have to ask, and maybe we need a little help learning how to do that. But I just love that it's tapping into our own power